Let me go quickly back to Samuel. Samuel, you had a question the first time I called out of Texas. Go ahead.
Hey, first of all, thank you for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't. First, I wanted to comment on how do you know when you're getting close to Jesus? In my opinion,
Yeah, how do
uh,
you know when you are approaching Christ?
is when you start feeling convicted for your sin and for your sinfulness. It makes me think of the verse where Peter told the Lord, "Go away from me, for I'm a sinful man," as he realized that Jesus was the holy Son of God, and in contrast to himself, he was just so filthy because he only saw that because he believed, in my opinion, and he felt so dirty. And I know from my own personal experience, I lived my whole life in rebellion. I was raised Catholic, and I hated God. I was scared of God and literally was against him. And, did one of the things where I told myself, why take the risk if hell is real? If it's not real, there's no loss. Following the Bible and the teachings of the Lord are beneficial, so might as well. And then over time, Jesus revealed himself to me, and through continuing to seek him, he did change my mind about him and the Father and about, eternal life. So that's what I think when you ask that question.
Well, I appreciate you responding to the biblical question. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. But you said that, did you say you hated Jesus or God or both?
It was just one and the same for me as a kid growing up in a
And why
Catholic
did you hate
household.
him?
Because I was always in trouble. Because he was always out to punish me. He was always out to get me. Because if I hadn't been wearing my crucifix, then the devil was, had access to me. And, I thought when bad things happened that God was doing it to me, and I went to prison for a long time. It was my own responsibility,
Oh,
but I
you
blamed him,
and you thought God, who told you that God doesn't punish, nor does Christ, doesn't punish anyone for anything.
Right,
And who
right.
told you that he punishes you?
My grandparents raising me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic. It was mental illness, but I was taught that way, and I just had to to learn on my own. I went
Yeah.
to seminary for quite a few years, and
You went to
um,
like you became a preacher?
I was
You were a preacher?
yes sir,
You
yes
went to
sir,
school to be a preacher?
yes sir, college credits, all that.
What? And it didn't work?
Oh, it absolutely worked. That's what I meant when I said I went to pursue him
Oh.
in case that it was real, and I found out that it is real.
And so now you don't hate him anymore?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm so appreciative and thankful, and grace is the most important thing in my life, and Jesus Christ.
Have you gone and forgiven your mother and father?
Yes, I have an issue forgiving my mother, but I just, I work it through in the moment of emotion or, either missing her. She abandoned me, so it gets kind of tough. Even though I'm 52, I still have moments where I wish I knew what she was doing, if she was okay,
How old are
etc.
you?
I'm 52.
So I asked you, had you gone and forgiven your mother and father? You said yes, but. So have you gone and forgiven your mother?
Yes.
You went to her and told her?
No, I can't find her.
So you haven't gone and forgiven her then?
No, I can't find her, but I don't hate her. If I saw her, I would embrace her and tell her I loved her
And why would you tell her that? Because uh, uh, what
because
makes you
she's my
think you
mother.
love her? Because when you think of her, it kind of irritates you.
No, I'm not irritated. I guess I would say that I'm sad I missed out because she didn't want to spend time with me. She abandoned me. So
Why didn't she want to spend time with you?
she got married to a Palestinian man, and this is like the 70s, 80s. And her whole life, he influenced her with with his culture. And so the husband is the all in all, the whole world for the wife. And she was so worried that she wouldn't have a man other than him, I think personally, that she, put everything on the back burner, so to speak, to please him. And he was her whole world. And they were very abusive. I came from a very abusive household. My grandparents raised me till I was about 10 years old, and then I went to live with them when she got married to this man, and he was extremely, extremely abusive. And when I say extremely abusive, I mean extremely abusive, physically every single day of my life until I left home when I was 13 and hit the streets and started doing the street thing and ended up in prison. And
Amazing. Have you forgiven him?
my stepdad, yeah, I forgot, but in 2009, I did find them, and I went out to visit them in California, where I'm from, and I did get to speak to my mom and embrace her and my stepdad, and I realized that I was just grateful that he was taking care of her and had never abused her and provided for her and gave her everything she wanted. And at this point, I had become a Christian.
And did you forgive him for being, quote unquote, abusive to you?
Yes.
You told him?
No, I didn't tell him, no.
Why didn't you tell him? Why do you think you've forgiven him and you've not told him?
Because I just don't wish he's passed now, and I just hope that he got his life right with Jesus. And my motives towards him, my feelings towards him they're not hateful.
And why can't you find your mother?
I just can't. I don't know. I mean,
her mother doesn't know where she is?
Her mother's passed.
Oh.
Everybody's passed, and I don't know if she's passed yet. She doesn't have a Facebook and all that.
Where's your father? Your real father?
He's passed. Also.
Everybody dead.
Yeah, man, I'm all alone.
Everybody dead, but baby Jessica's daddy. And so, do you have your own family, like a wife and kids?
Yes, I don't. I have a son from a previous marriage, but I'm with a woman now, going on 20 years.
And does she obey you?
No. Sometimes, man. Sometimes.
Why you marry a woman that would not obey you?
You know how women are. They sell it, and then when you buy it, it's not what you paid for.
Exactly. So when you found out you wasn't getting what you paid for, why did you return it?
I don't know. I love her, and I'm just not that type of person to give
up. If you loved her, you would return it.
Okay, I don't understand that. I made a promise,
what were your promise?
I made a promise to stay with her, take care of her, and love her.
And why did you make that promise?
Because I loved her. I love her.
And this is your second marriage, right?
Yes.
Do you have children with this second wife?
No, unable to.
And so, you know that this second wife is not from God, right?
I thought that.
So why would you make a promise to the devil you're going to stay with his daughter?
Well, I didn't make a promise to the devil.
You did. It was from the devil.
Okay, well, he got one by me because I didn't see that.
You got a wife that would not obey you. Do you think God would give you a woman that will not obey you? God gives perfect gifts. Satan gives imperfect gifts.
Okay, I understand that, what you're saying, but I don't know any woman that is 100%.
But if you had not been looking for one, but just only seek the truth and nothing else or nobody else, if it's meant for you to have one, God would have given you one that would have been perfect for you.
Okay, I agree. But at the time, I jumped in, and here I am. So.
Yeah.
I
understand.
I didn't think of that. I just, we had good chemistry, and we're best friends, and
did you
we're
know
getting older now. So
did you know that she couldn't have children before you married her?
No, it's me. It's my thing.
Oh, did she know you can make babies before she married you?
Well, we were able to. We had 2 miscarriages, but then I was found out to be where I couldn't.
You had a miscarriage?
No, my wife,
I thought you said we had a miscarriage. But she had one, but not you, right?
Of course not me physically. But
so we didn't have a miscarriage. She had a miscarriage.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but I took it very personally. So it affected me, and I say that, I guess, relatively to the fact that I endured it with her.
Amazing. Who are you?
Samuel, I'm a Christian.
Okay, so you told me your name and what club you belong to, but who are you?
I'm a God-fearing man who does everything he can to love Jesus and put him first. and love others, and I work my butt off.
So you told me who you love and what you're doing, but you didn't tell me who you are.
Jesse, I don't know how to answer that.
And why not?
I just don't understand the question, I guess.
Who are?
No, I understand the words,
Oh.
Jesse, but I don't know how to answer.
So what is it like not knowing who you are?
It's just another day, Jesse.
It's just another day?
Yes, sir. Maybe you could enlighten me on how to answer that.
Are you happy not knowing who you are?
Jesse, I don't know how to answer that. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Not knowing who you are?
Life is tough. I don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry. Maybe you could help me out here.
You said life is tough?
Oh, life is good. Life is tough sometimes.
You want life to be easy?
No, I'm not saying that at all. No. I like a good fight. I'm a fighter.
But it's supposed to be easy. God said.
Sure.
His ways are easy. His burdens are light.
Sure. But we will have trouble. And when trouble comes, I don't back down. I like to face it.
Well, you won't have trouble. You'll have situations. Situations happen.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. But why is it that you don't know who you are? You know what you do. You know who you say you belong to. But what is it like not knowing who you are?
I don't know, Jesse. Who are you?
You want to know who you are? You want to discover who you are?
Yeah, sure. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I value you and what you say, so I would love to know. I hope you're not mocking me, making fun of me.
Not at all.
Okay.
Zero. The way you discover who you are by discovering who you're not. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not what you do. You're not your past. You're not your future. You're none of those things. When you can truly see who you're not, the real you will appear. When the not you disappear, the real you will appear, and you will know who you are, and it will be no doubt, and it will be amazing. But you got to know who you're not.
Okay.
So overcome who you're not, and you'll see who you are. You will know who you are. The real you will appear. I promise you that. But
I'll look into it. I promise you that.
Yeah, you got to stop thinking that you're your job, you are your past, you belong to Jesus or God, you're this or that. You got to get rid of all ideas and thoughts about who you are. Then you will know who you are, when you know who you're not. All right?
All right.
Are you doing the silent prayer?
Yes.
You doing it every day and night?
Every day.
Okay. How about night?
Every night.
Okay. Here's what I recommend for you, Samuel. All during the day, except when you're doing your physical work, you got to keep your mind on your work for sure. That's physical thinking. But during the day, always know where you are and what you're doing. Don't be in your head thinking about the past or the future. What if this happened or that happened or don't happen or will happen? Always know where you are and what you're doing. You will come to know you and God.
Okay.
Don't be in your head. That's where evil dwells, inside of your imagination. And it makes you think you have a past or a future when you really don't. All you have is now. All that is real is right now. Everything else is an illusion.
That's good insight. I get that.
So work on it. Practice staying present. And if you get caught up in your head and you forget where you are, you're not aware of yourself walking down the road or reaching your hand for the salt and the pepper or putting food in your mouth. Christ said, when you eat to remember and not to forget. When you sit down for a meal, you may pray over that meal, but after that you forget that you're eating a meal until it's over. Practice being present, and you will be with the Father, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right,
appreciate your insight, man. I really enjoy watching you, and I got one thing that I wanted to say,
okay.
Ask you about, if you don't mind taking too much time. But so I'm at church yesterday, and this preacher is preaching tongues, right? And he's up there speaking in tongues, or whatever you call it, and he says that if you don't speak in tongues, it's because you don't believe in God. And I don't understand the Bible saying that you speak tongues as unrecognizable speech, gibberish, whatever you call it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but the best way I can explain it is these syllables being said, and it doesn't make any sense. And people get excited and they do it. And the way I understand it from me reading the Bible and my own conviction of understanding the Bible is that it was implemented to, these disciples and apostles of Jesus to go to speak to foreign lands in other languages so that they could hear the gospel of Jesus. And, I feel kind of like 99% sure I'm right, but then these people, they keep doing it, they keep speaking it, and they keep promoting it. And what do you think about that?
Speaking in tongues is straight out of hell, and it has nothing to do with God. The truth is the light, and the light is always clear, and you don't need somebody else there to interpret it for you. The light speaks to you. So speaking in tongues, they're speaking to Satan.
Ooh.
Intellectually, they're rare. The Satan has told you told them that's what it is, and it has nothing to do with God.
How do you communicate that to someone? I guess, like I see you, man, you don't care, you offend someone, and you have a good, quick mind to refute or, just have a conversation with someone. I'm the type of person, or once they start, arguing with me or whatever, because I have confronted people before, and they get aggressive, about it. And it's just like, what do I do with that? It's like, okay, believe what you believe.
Right. When they get mad or they don't want to hear it, okay, because they have a right to reject it. They have a right not to want to hear it. And then you would be wrong to try to impose it on them. God doesn't impose himself or the truth on
100%.
anyone. So, like, if they don't want to hear it, don't get mad at them about that. They have a right to stay in their misery. So just say, oh, okay, thank you, and goodbye.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Do you are you still a preacher?
Not anymore, no, sir.
How did you stop being a preacher?
Well, the church that I was going to, this is some pretty personal stuff, but I guess nobody knows me. I was going to a church and going to school to
Well, you don't have to tell your business, but I'm just saying, if God called you to be a preacher, how can any situation or anyone take you away from that?
Well, maybe he didn't call me to be a preacher in a church,
right?
Because it didn't happen. But I went to school for it. It was one of those outreach, evangelistic, Pentecostal type churches, and they, pushed everyone to learn how to preach and how to hit the streets and how to communicate the gospel to people. And I pursued it with all my heart. And 6 years later, I'm next to the pastor, preaching at many different venues. Hello?
No. Yeah, we're about to come to a break here. We're at the top of the hour. But listen, you practice being present and don't hold anything against anyone about anything. They can help themselves. They're asleep. And just let the truth guide you. You'll be fine.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right. Call me again.
Thank you for your time. All right. Will do.
All right, buddy.
Take care. God bless.
Right. I got to take a break. Hate news, not the fake news. 1 more hour to go. My bad for a bad out. But I was talking to Samuel. Interesting.